First of all, I don't have too many pressures.
Okay.
I'm not married. So that part of pressure.
Your journey, your professional journey in a nutshell.
The company that the card I just gave you was a Swedish company.
Motivated you, sir, to join this field to begin with?
I'm a graduate from NUST.
Okay.
I'm a telecom engineer myself.
What is happiness to you, sir?
God has its own plans.
His own
and
plans, definitely.
that happens, and then you can connect the dot backwards.
A message of hope and optimism for the youth of Pakistan.
What brings you the most happiness is when you give something to someone, if you make somebody else happy.
What leadership competencies would you like to see in the youth of Pakistan?
I think there's a lot of things to be hopeful about. You know, when you're at the bottom of the barrel, everything looks good up there, right?
Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Shifai Jaz from CEO Club Pakistan, and today we have Mr. Abbas Ali Mirza from Relacom. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Sir, can you please describe your journey, your professional journey in a nutshell?
My professional journey in a nutshell. Well, it's not such a long story as such.
Okay, you do seem very young.
I'm not as young as I look, perhaps, but it started off about 20-25 years back.
Okay.
I'm a graduate from NUST.
Okay.
I'm a telecom engineer myself, and I started off with working with the Nortel. It was a Canadian telecommunication company in Pakistan, and from there onward, I worked with a couple of other European companies, and the last one I worked was with Flextronics and then Relacom. So the company that the card I just gave you was a Swedish company, and then I was working as a CEO of the company, and then bought the shares of the company. So now it's a Pakistani company. So you can see it's a Relacom Private Limited now.
Wow,
So
that's amazing.
So we were brought in when Telenor came in Pakistan back in 2004 when they did their 2G licensing. So we were one of the contractors which came in along with Telenor. So they wanted to have the same kind of standards and safety standards and such. So we were brought in from there, and now we're here for good.
Oh, okay, such an inspiring journey. You worked so much in the telecom sector, and then you bought the company itself from outside, and you made it into a Pakistani one. Such an inspiring thing. What motivated you, sir, to join this field to begin with?
Well, back in our days, we didn't have this knowledge about, what to do in future. It was like, aapne doctor banna, engineer banna hai, I come from that background. My father was in the Air Force, so I mean, we've been all hopping around all over Pakistan, and it was a stroke of thing that I was not good at medical, so I had to be an engineer. So that's how I qualified for the NUST exams and so forth. So I became an engineer, and it all rolled out from there. God has its own plans, and
definitely.
that happens, and then you can connect the dot backwards, not forwards. So.
No, that's inspiring. Sir, being at the CEO position now, what leadership competencies would you like to see in the youth of Pakistan?
In the youth of Pakistan, I mean, if I were hiring somebody about 10 years back, it would have been different. But now,
it evolves.
Yeah, but now what I see is that, the youth is very much aware of what's going around. Before it used to be कि ऑफिस का एटमॉस्फेयर कैसा होता है, and वो अपने बच्चों को भेज देते थे कि आप इंटर्नशिप कर लो. Now the kids come in and they want to do something. So you need to keep them motivated, and this kind of learning that I see now, they're very quick at grasping stuff. Maybe it's because of the AI, maybe it's because of the internet, because of everything being there. But it's also because of the hunger that the young people in this country have. So I would say keep that up, but stay focused. That's something that comes with maturity. And
definitely,
that comes,
maturity, all words. Flipping the coin, what are the 3 core competencies a CEO must possess?
A CEO must possess. It's not 3, it has to be 100.
So many, obviously, but top 3.
Well, if you want to sum it all up, perhaps it would be, the first one would be to able to get to adhere pressure. Because uneasy is the head that wears the crown.
Definitely.
So I mean, if you are sitting at a responsible position, then you can't let the pressure go down. If you're letting the pressure go down, that means that the team is going to feel a bit shaky about you.
Yeah, they will be uneasy. They won't know what to do.
That's one thing. Be inspiring, and it doesn't mean that be artificially inspiring. It just be yourself, but be honest with everybody. that's I think that's the best way to inspire anyone, to be honest with them.
Definitely, sir, definitely. That is a must. Sir, you said that the person should be able to handle the pressure.
Yeah.
How do you handle stress and pressure?
Well, okay. First of all, I don't have too many pressures.
Okay.
I'm not married. So that part of pressure, I don't have that kind of pressure. But otherwise, I think it comes with the experience, that how can you absorb the pressure and how do you react to something like that. So again, if it was, 20 years back, you put me into a certain situation and now you put me into a certain situation, my reaction might be differing now. So I think it comes with time that you understand how to react to something. But always, take your time, I say. If something happens, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So take a step back, think about it, and then make a very calculated decision. You don't have to make decisions right there and then. See, always take a step back. And then, you ponder over stuff, you reflect over it, and then the answer comes to you, one way or another.
Definitely. What is happiness to you, sir?
What is happiness to
Happiness.
Happiness is something, what I've felt that, I've got hobbies, right? Like anybody else. I play sports as well a bit, and everything brings you happiness. But the thing that brings you the most happiness is when you give something to someone. If you make somebody else happy, I think that's true happiness at the end of the day for any human being. It's not I'm glorifying myself or something. For any human being, giving is something that gives you more pleasure as compared to anything else in the world.
Is Relacom doing any CSR activities to help others as well?
We try as much as we can, and we have certain departments within our organization which are helping our own families, the people who are working with us in a small cadre. For example, the guards, the helpers, and the essential staff, which I call. So we are trying to do something for them and for their families when it comes to education and health. That's something we do. And there are certain places where we contribute. Being from Karachi, there are a lot of places that we can contribute to. So we try to do that.
Definitely. What is the 5 to 10 years down the road plan of Relacom?
We want to take over the world.
Inshallah.
Why not?
Why not? Definitely, why not? Lastly, a message of hope and optimism for the youth of Pakistan.
I think there's a lot of things to be hopeful about. When you're at the bottom of the barrel, everything looks good up there, right?
Everything.
So, and being so resilient, this nation, I think the only thing is that don't give up hope. Don't give it up. Be courageous. We are people who can come from, you've seen the 92 World Cup. All those stories, right? You must be very young when that happened. I saw that.
Born.
I used to play cricket back then, and I saw that, and it was so inspiring for us. We were coming from the bottom and then taking the cup. Why can't we? We can do it again.
Inshallah, definitely. Why not? Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
It was such a refreshing conversation.
Yeah, thank you for having me over.